This is KGW News at Sunrise.
Protesters at Portland State University have spent another night occupying the school's library. Our Devin Haskins will have the latest live from PSU's campus coming up in this morning's top story.
And an Oregon City couple facing felony charges after their newborn baby died 2 days after he was born. Coming up, why the Clackamas County DA's office says the couple did not get their baby the necessary medical treatment.
And the Washington Department of Transportation is trying out a new method to deal with graffiti. Ahead on Sunrise, how they're using drones to clean up.
Good morning, everyone. We have made it to midweek. Glad you're here with us. Chris is going to be on traffic, of course.
Yeah.
But Rod, a change a little bit for today.
Let's call it the dry break.
Okay.
Now, if it were going to be completely dry and fabulously sunny, I would say a dry day. I'm using the word break.
It's like an hour.
Yeah.
Well, let's go breaks plural. Can we do that? This is a cool shot of some breaks in the cloud cover right now using my word of the day. You can see the moon up there. We are completely dry out the door, minus some spotty showers. The radar has been showing over some of the mountainous terrain of our region. We're at 44 degrees, but one of the big stories is the cold spots. The Weather Service has a frost advisory over the Coast Range and basically some of the flats, drainage areas where that cool weather can pool out on the west side. So Hillsborough 36 for you, Forest Grove also 36. You get the idea. There are some chilly spots. There's Corvallis 35, Albany's at 38 degrees. So our forecast, we'll get some sunshine this morning, 52 degrees at noon, but then we cloud over. We have a chance to get as warm as 60. Rain comes in this evening, hence the dry break, not the completely dry day. Here is Chris.
Wait until July for that, right? Let's go ahead and pick it up south of town. The I-5 near Wilsonville Road, the traffic getting, well, I was going to say it's getting busier. It's really not. We're rolling right along there. One trouble spot on the ramp from I-5 north to 217 north. Looks like we got a disabled vehicle there, so police and hopefully a tow truck there on the scene to get that thing cleared pretty soon. I-5 from Clark County looks good. And a quick check up in the Cascades where it is once again, it is May 1st and it is snowing. We've got snow-covered mountain passes this morning, so just be aware of that if you're heading in that direction. China?
How very un-May. Chris, thank you. We begin with the occupation of the Portland State Library, now stretching into its third day. Demonstrators are calling for a ceasefire in Gaza.
Right. So the protest, which school leaders say turned into a break-in, has now led them to close campus for a second day today. That's where our Devin Haskins is live this morning. Devin, this is the first time we're checking in with you this morning. What does it look like out there?
Yeah, a lot of what it looks like right now is a lot of what it looked like yesterday. I mean, you can see a group of people hanging out around the front side, around some of the parts of the building. There's barricades, there's signs blocking the entrance to the library. Again, a lot of what we saw yesterday. Pretty quiet, though, here on campus, which is how it remained yesterday. This morning, according to the group's Instagram page, they posted a message saying that they had plans to walk out of the library today, but there was a breakdown in communication, they say, between them and the university. With school canceled yesterday, things remained quiet on the PSU campus. Today, nearly 21,000 PSU students will once again remain out of class. All day on Tuesday, a group could be seen outside the library, which was taken over on Monday evening. Inside the library, an unknown number of people remain, doors fortified and barricaded. We've seen the outside of the library covered in graffiti and a broken window on the inside. One protester telling me damage on the inside done by an outside group. Students now that go to PSU wondering when school will resume.
How long do you think classes will be canceled?
I mean, maybe a couple of days. I'm not really sure. Hopefully, they can get their message across and something's changed.
In a video message yesterday from U.S. University President Ann Cudd again, once asking those inside the library to vacate and leave voluntarily. University has asked Portland police to help with the removal of the protesters. So far, police have not shown up, and it's unknown if or when police will help remove protesters from the library. Back to you.
Our Devin Haskins reporting live from PSU. We'll check in with you again in about an hour.
This is the New York City Police Department. You have been warned as per City College to leave the campus. If you refuse to leave, you may be placed under arrest.
So that was the scene last night at City College in Harlem, New York, as protesters continued to play out on college campuses across the country. Officers arrested dozens of protesters there late last night who were trying to take over an administrative building on campus. That's according to NYPD. Meanwhile, new video from the University of Arizona shows officers firing tear gas at protesters. So far, 1,200 people have been arrested across the country, and that includes hundreds of students at Columbia University in New York. Columbia's president has now asked the NYPD to remain on campus through graduation. The university is also threatening to expel students who do not cooperate.
Now to some of the other local headlines we're following for you this morning. An Oregon City couple is facing felony charges connected to the death of their baby. Blair and Taylor Edwards have been charged with criminal mistreatment and are accused of not getting medical care for their 2-day-old boy who died at their home last June. Court records allege their baby had stopped eating and was suffering from severe jaundice. But instead of getting medical treatment, the couple relied on friends and relatives to pray and anoint the infant. The Clackamas County DA's office says the parents attend the Followers of Christ Church, whose members rely on faith healing over modern medicine and have a history of criminal charges for their children's deaths. Since 2011, Oregon state law has not allowed a spiritual belief defense in these types of cases, which one expert says is good for prosecutors.
I think they're very glad that exemption is not in play, and it allows them to treat this case as they would treat any other case involving harm to a child.
Yeah.
Court documents show the couple has other children at home and the mother is pregnant. A judge has ordered them to provide medical care for their remaining children as needed.
One man is dead after a standoff with police at a Happy Valley home. It all started just before 8:30 Monday night at Southeast Westview Court. Police say the man who was armed with a knife barricaded himself, his wife, and his 2 children inside after pouring gasoline around the house. Officers tried to get the man to come outside for several hours before they went into the house, and that is when the man threatened his family, prompting officers to shoot and kill him. Per policy, the 2 officers involved are now on paid administrative leave.
And 1,000 Oregonians impacted by the 2020 Labor Day wildfires are suing PacifiCorp in a $30 billion lawsuit. The plaintiffs want up to $5 million each for economic damages and up to $25 million for other impacts like emotional distress. This comes after a jury found the company liable for starting some of the Labor Day fires by failing to shut down its power lines. The company said it'll appeal that verdict, but so far it has paid $750 million to wildfire victims.
Staying on lawsuits, 2 Oregonians are suing the state after a data breach at the DMV compromised the personal information of millions of people. Last year, hackers accessed the personal information of 3.5 million people with Oregon driver's license or state ID cards. The lawsuit alleges the breach cost countless people a lot of time and money to protect themselves. ODOT has declined to comment on a pending lawsuit.
From Oregon to Washington now, where the Washington State Department of Transportation is testing a new way to fight graffiti in hard-to-reach places with graffiti battling drones. Yeah, the drone pilot program was actually announced back in March. According to WashDOT, the drone uses a spray nozzle connected to a paint supply on the ground. A drone operator is able then to fly the drone as high as the hose will reach, making quick work of covering up graffiti on tall walls, bridges, even overpasses. Testing started on Monday. And those are some of your Wednesday morning headlines.
And before we get to Rod, take a look at this startling video out of Japan. So this is dash cam video of a brown bear, it's about to happen here, attacking a truck driver on a rural road, or a truck driving on a rural road in the woods of Hokkaido. So the bear ended up breaking up the truck's wiper and cracking the windshield. The driver says the bear ended up chasing him for a while. Now, luckily, no one was hurt in this, but that is terrifying.
Well, fortunately, they were inside the truck. I mean, wow, look at that guy come. I've never seen a bear in real life either.
That's odd behavior. I mean, right? You don't see
it's
that
as if it, like the
often.
truck took over like the cubs or something.
Yeah, maybe.
Full attack.
Who knows?
The bear is ill, or anyway. Nobody was hurt. Good news there. All right, here's our Wells Fargo camera showing off the moon this morning and the blue sky up top. We have a nice start to our day. It is chilly out there. The airport is one of the warmer temps at 44. A lot of you are going to at least be in the 30s by the time the sun bounces up. It's already 37 in Newport and 37 degrees in Kelso. We have 44 out in the Dalles, though, and then it's 28 degrees in Bend and 28 in Burns. We have spotty showers over some of the mountainous terrain this morning. Otherwise, we are dry, and the rain from the last couple of days has ended. Here's our Futurecast movie at 9:30. Basically, a dry morning. The clouds thicken up and roll in this afternoon. Now, this shows at 5 p.m. a chance of some rain inland, and which may or may not be true, but certainly there's rain offshore that will be coming in this evening. So I do like Portland staying dry all the way through the 6 o'clock hour. In fact, I think 8 o'clock is a good time just to throw in your mind to start looking for the rain that will be coming in from the west. And then once this evening rain arrives, it's pretty widespread and raining much of the overnight tonight. But current timing has it out of here by the time we start off our Thursday, except for what you see here and some showers over the mountains. Snow levels tonight for the Cascades, 4,000 feet. But here's a dry start up and down I-5 and at the coast Thursday morning. And then some spotty showers with sun around tomorrow. But generally, it's just going to be a dry, warmer day with temperatures getting up into the 60s. Now, I want to show you this. Remember a couple days ago on Monday, I had Friday sunny and 70. And then we said, well, now we have some rain coming in the afternoon. Well, now that rain could be here by the noon hour or even earlier. So after a dry start, and this is a lot of moisture is going to be throwing in on Friday. So for the most part, it's a rain out all of Friday afternoon, all of Friday night, and all of Saturday. The weather model is really biting heavily on a widespread soaking two-day event, Friday through Saturday. This is Friday night at 10 p.m., and it's going to be raining when you wake up Saturday morning as well. So for the batch that comes in this evening and overnight, anywhere from about 0.2 of an inch to close to 0.4 of an inch up and down I-5, and maybe as much as 0.4 to 1/2 of an inch over at the coast. And some moisture from this over in Central Oregon shows Madras at 0.3 of an inch. And then the next batch of rain that sets up Friday afternoon just through Friday night pushes our rain totals in Salem perhaps over an inch. And then again, it's going to be raining most of the day Saturday. And the 7-day forecast, I've got that coming up for you here in a second. We have upper 50s to maybe 60 today, depending on how much sun we get in the valley before the clouds start to thicken up. And then we have the evening rain coming in that we talked about. Now, here's the 7-day. Sunday's back to an ongoing chance of showers throughout the day. Monday, an ongoing chance of showers throughout the day. And Tuesday looks dry. I will tell you the weather models are not settled. And by that, I mean I'm changing the 7-day forecast. I mean big changes about twice daily right now. Sometimes that happens. So why should you listen? Well, we'll let you decide that.
Okay, sounds like you're going to be a busy man. Okay, thanks, Rod.